The following is an excerpt from the Texas Parks and Wildlife television series. As the days become shorter and the nights grow longer, the skies come alive with the sound of weary travelers. As fall approaches, many species of birds begin their migration south for the winter. Perhaps the most spectacular group of migrants are the millions of geese that pour to Texas each autumn.
Well, Texas is one of the three major wintering waterfowl areas in the nation. And we just, for example, in the Central Flyway, we winter over 50% of the waterfowl in the Central Flyway. Well, the four flyways in the U.S. are the Atlantic, the Mississippi, the Central, and the Pacific Fly. We're one of the 10 Central Flyway states.
Well, the thing about the Texas coast particularly is it's the terminal migration route for many of our migratory birds, particularly the waterfowl species. Most of our ducks and geese species, this is the end of the migration route for them. This is as far as they have to come to find the food and the cover and all the requirements they have to make it through the winter season.
The first of these waterfowl to arrive in Texas are the white-fronted geese, which appear as early as October. Named for the white patch on their forehead, white-fronted geese are predominantly gray-brown with a white rump. Adults develop black, irregular bars across their chests. Many people call these geese speckle bellies, or simply specks. Next to arrive are the snow geese, easily recognized by their snow-white body and black wingtips. Tawny when immature, snow geese develop their characteristic white plumage as they mature into adults. For years, people thought blue geese were a completely different species from snow geese. In reality, blue geese are a different color phase of the same species. When mature, blue geese have a white head and neck, offset by a dark gray body. Last to arrive are the Canada geese. With their gray-brown bodies, black necks, and white chin straps, Canada geese are one of the more distinctively marked species. Male and female geese appear very similar, unlike the ducks, in which the males are more colorful than the females. Geese are gregarious by nature and tend to stay in large groups. Often, different species can be found feeding and roosting together. When geese are on the wing, they tend to fly in long diagonal lines, or in a V formation. Historically, most geese wintered along the Texas coast. Today, their winter range extends almost 100 miles inland due to one major factor: farming. As early as the 1840s, settlers farmed the coastal prairies for rice and other crops. Today, from Beaumont to Corpus Christi, over 350,000 acres stretching across 20 counties are cultivated for rice. Other crops, such as milo, sorghum, peanuts, and corn, are also grown here. Excess from the harvest left in the fields provides waterfowl with a virtual banquet. In the 1950s, farmers started leaving their pastures flooded for the winter. This combination of an ample food source together with an attractive roost site can result in a spectacle of wildlife. Since the 50s, many farmers have managed their property for waterfowl, especially geese. One problem with such large concentrations of geese is the potential for disease to quickly infect a roost site or feeding ground. In Texas, state and federal biologists monitor the wintering waterfowl population and keep watch for any signs of disease. Drought in 1989 and 1990 contributed to an outbreak of avian cholera. Carcasses of diseased birds posed a threat to the rest of the population. Authorities removed carcasses wherever they found them in an effort to contain the bacteria. If bacteria were to infect a congested roost site, birds moving to adjacent areas could spread the disease. Avian cholera is a threat to all birds, not just geese. Biologists were vigilant in their search and collection of infected birds. The Texas Parks and Wildlife Department and the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service are responsible for monitoring waterfowl. During the fall and winter, biologists conduct monthly aerial censuses to assess the status of the waterfowl population. For now, at least, there is optimism about the future.
The status of geese in the whole North America is very good. Most of the geese breed in the Arctic, and this is beyond the development of man, so that their nesting grounds aren't currently threatened. But they have to winter in the coastal areas, like Texas, and we hold a key to much of their future.